Hi family, welcome to my channel. This is your girl Besama Laknas and you're welcome to this beautiful family. If you are a returning subscriber, hello, hi, hola, bonjour and ciao. And if you're a new subscriber, you're always welcome to this beautiful family. On this channel, we talk about business, beauty, lifestyle, relationships and finances. So if you think it's something you would be interested in, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell button so you'll be the first one to watch my next video. In today's video, I'll be talking about different ways to practice self-love. So if you're interested in this topic, grab a cup of coffee, get a cup of tea, sit back, relax, and watch this video to the end.
Your heart, keep it in your pocket for safekeeping. Don't ever let nobody be the reason you throw it out, you stop caring about it. Don't let your head get...
Hey everyone, welcome and welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into an incredibly important topic, which is self-love. In a world that often emphasizes perfection and comparison, it's crucial to prioritize our own well-being and embrace the power of self-love. Most especially with the presence of social media, where people post pictures and videos of their not-so-perfect lives, we as individuals tend to compare our lives with others and beat ourselves for not doing well. So let's explore what self-love is, what it truly means, and how we can activate it in our lives. Having self-love means respecting and appreciating ourselves, and taking care of your physical and mental well-being is part of it. Even though we all live a busy life, it's very important to give ourselves the love and care we deserve. Self-love is a regard for our well-being and contentment. It is accepting who you are, what you are, and intentionally living your life to be the best version of yourself. While those who practice self-care will encourage you to take care of yourself, take a good bath, go to massages, do your nails, do your hair, look good, feel good, self-love goes beyond that. To me, self-love comes from actions that support your physical, psychological, and spiritual growth. Even the Bible talks about self-love. The book of Proverbs 19 verse 8 says, "To acquire wisdom is to love yourself. People who cherish understanding will prosper. Love others as you love yourself." So how then can you love others if you don't love yourself? You need to love yourself first so that you'll be able to treat others the way you want them to treat you. Some critics think that self-love is a modern concept and it's self-indulgence. They look at self-love as being proud. They look at self-love as being rude. They look at self-love as just something that people practice to make them feel they are better than others. They look at self-love as excessively focusing on yourself, and sometimes they relate it to narcissism. But self-love is not all about having a sense of big importance. Self-love is for you to take care of your needs and recognize that you have value. Because, of course, your first relationship is with yourself, and it serves as the basis for all other subsequent relationships. If you don't love yourself, how do you expect people to love you and treat you the way you want? You can live in accordance with your values and choose options with day-to-day decisions when you love yourself. Self-love, self-worth, self-respect, and self-confidence are all related. So we can increase the love we share with others as we grow in self-love ourselves. So we need to love ourselves to show others love. We need to love ourselves to make others love us. Before, I usually did not practice self-love. Honestly, I used to wait for people to tell me that you look good, you look beautiful, you are strong, you are smart, you're intelligent, you can do this. Like if I want to do something and someone says, "Oh, you cannot do it," I would just abandon that thing because I felt like I wasn't good enough. Sometimes I'll ask my sister, do I look good? Am I beautiful? And she'll say, oh, you've asked me this question several times. So it really hurts me now when I look back in the past and see how I used to look down on myself and I used to feel like I wasn't good enough. So this video is very important to me because I know there are a lot of people out there who feel the same way. So there are different ways to practice self-love. And the first one I'm going to talk about is for you to put your physical and mental well-being first. Your physical health can influence your mental and emotional health, and your physical health and mental health are intertwined. When you begin to love and care for your body, your mental health is positively and directly affected. So make sure you sleep well and eat well to maintain good health and to avoid sickness. Because truly, if you do not take care of yourself, if you do not eat well, you attract so many diseases. If you keep thinking all the time, you become so depressed and you might even fall sick. So I'll advise you to try to eat healthy and make sure that you get enough sleep every day. Sometimes you can exercise if you can, because regular exercising reduces stress. I know I'm not that person who exercises a lot, but I usually find time once in a while to put some cool music in my house and do some stretching in my house, and that really helps me a lot. You should never overlook setting aside some time to pamper yourself. You can go to the spa, or you can use an app, or get a therapy. There are therapies online, or meet with therapists in person when dealing with mental health, because sometimes we have mental breakdown without knowing. So make sure you take care of your physical and mental health. This is very important if you want to practice self-love. The second thing you should do is to practice self-acceptance. Make sure you accept yourself for who and what you are. Always put it in your mind that you are the best version of yourself. Don't be judgmental or hard on yourself. Always tell yourself that you are the best version of yourself and you will always be. There is none other like you. I have been practicing the habit of self-affirmation, and I do this often. Before, I used to look down on myself and felt sometimes like I wasn't good enough. But all that has changed. And the way I did that was to practice self affirmation. I sometimes walk to the mirror and tell myself, oh, you are beautiful, you are strong, you are smart, you are intelligent. And when I'm talking to myself on the mirror, I do that intentionally. So when doing this, look at those things that are unique in you. Look at your soul, your body, your spirit. Look at what really makes you special and what makes you unique from other people. And tell yourself you can do better and you are the best version of yourself. I always sit back and tell myself that I'm the best thing that has ever happened in someone's life, and I'm going to be the best thing that will ever happen to anybody around me. So you have to always do that and do that intentionally, because you must love and value yourself first before others can love and value you. Another way to practice self love is to learn to start setting boundaries. Establishing boundaries is essential for self love. Learn to say no to things that drain your energy and compromise your well being. I'm someone who did not know how to say no before, and that wasn't a healthy practice. Setting boundaries is a form of self care, because human beings are so funny. They will always take advantage of people who want to be used. So if you give them the slightest opportunity, they will use you. So I'll advise you to learn to say no when necessary, most especially to the things that drain you. If you do not feel comfortable about something, it's okay to say no. Before, I used to just let people in and out of my life as if it was nothing. They can say anything to me and I'll just stay quiet. They'll bully me, I'll just stay quiet. Sometimes I don't even have the courage to confront someone if the person does something bad to me. That wasn't a healthy habit, not at all. So learn to say no when necessary and make sure you surround yourself with positive people who respect and uplift you. Do not let people speak to you the way they want or do whatever they want with you. Anyone who doesn't want to respect that should leave you the hell alone. In fact, kick them out of your life and move on. Because when you set boundaries, people will learn to respect you. There is one person I really admire in my life, which is my sister in law. I've been friends with this beautiful lady for more than 2 decades. And honestly, if I were to come again to this world, there is one thing I would like to pick from her: this character. She knows her worth. Like, you cannot say whatever you want to say to her. You cannot just talk to her the way you want. You cannot just do whatever you want to do with her. She would tell you just the way it is. I mean, she is very, very blunt. And sometimes people look at those kind of people as being rude, as being proud, or as just having bad habits or bad character. But I'm sorry, honey, human beings do not like people who are staying. They don't like people who say it as it is. If you are someone who say it as it is, it sometimes comes as if you're rude. And to me, it's nothing. So learn to love yourself, make people understand you. Do not let them come into your life and go or say whatever they want to say to you the way they want. They need to respect you, because if they don't respect you, it means they don't love you. If you let people treat you the way they want, it means you do not even love your own self. Another way to practice self love is to embrace the fact that you cannot control everything. The only thing you can control are the ones you can change, including your reactions, attitudes, and mind. So recognize the fact that you cannot control other people, you cannot control their decisions, you cannot control their mind, you cannot control the way they live their lives. So instead of attempting to control everything in life, focus on how you respond to certain things. Do the best you can and put your hands up and say, it's now in the hands of God. Letting things work itself out rather than trying to control everything will help you a lot. So make sure you focus on the things that only you can control. You can control the way you respond to certain things. You can control your character. You can control your goals and visions. You can control all those things. So make sure you focus on those things. But note that you can never control the way people feel or think about you, their perception of you. So I would advise you to pay more attention on self development and the things you can control. Another way to practice self love is to check in with your emotions regularly. Take a seat, get a cup of coffee, a glass of water, a glass of wine. Sit down sometimes and think of your day's activities. How did your day went by? Ask yourself how you're feeling. Learning to feel your emotions rather than suppressing them is the best course of action. If you want to continue practicing self love, staying in touch with your emotions is imperative. One of the most important steps to happiness is to stop internal suffering. Because we frequently mistreat our mind, we sit down sometimes and beat ourselves over certain things that had happened in our lives or things that we are going through. So always make sure you say things that are uplifting and supportive to yourself. Whatever has happened in the past should stay in the past. I mean, sometimes you think about those things because they help you to learn, but do not let the things that had happened in your life to beat you up or to stop you from moving forward. So never underestimate the power of your tongue. One thing that I've been practicing these days is self-affirmation. I sometimes take time to say positive things to myself. Sometimes I do that after my morning prayer. I command the things that I want in my life, and honestly, it really works. If you want to be a successful person, just command it. Speak those beautiful things about your life onto yourself, and it shall come to pass. It doesn't matter how long, but it shall. Note that self love will always be hampered by negative beliefs. So if you keep surrounding your mind with negative thoughts, then you will not succeed. And also, if you keep putting negative thoughts in your mind, it means you do not love yourself, because that's gonna drain you. As I'm sitting here, I'm not ready to drain myself in any way. I'm ready to live my life and to be the best version of myself. I remember my cousin always says, I can't let this sweet life pass me by. There is never a dull moment in her life. She's always happy. She always says positive things to herself. And honestly, she's living her best life. Another way to practice self love is to surround yourself with positive and loving people. I want you to understand that social support is very important because no one is an island. You can reach out to your family to feel their love for you. But if those ties are strained or they aren't involved, invest in your friendships and your community or invest in the people around you and allow yourself to be supported by them. It is very important to surround yourself with positive individuals because no one is an island. Honestly, most especially for some of us who are far from home, who've traveled abroad, we do not have our families around us. So who are those around us? The people who support us are sometimes our friends, right? For me, I value friendship more than anything. When I have people around me whom I know support me, guys, I do not joke with those people in any way. Because the truth is, if something happens to you when you're far from your family or far from home, the first people who will attend to you, the first people who will be there to give you that emotional support, financial support, moral support are the friendships you've built. So if you want to live a peaceful life, you need to surround yourself with positive people. The idea is to surround yourself with positive individuals whom you know believe in you. Keep in mind that healthy relationships require emotional intimacies and closeness. I'm not going to lie to you. When you surround yourself with positive individuals, when you have people around you who love and cherish you, you will live a better life. Nobody's an island. We all need a strong support system. So if you have one, make sure you cherish them. Make sure you treat them the way you want them to treat you. The next way to practice self love is not to compare yourself with other people. It's difficult not to feel depressed when you're envious of your friends or the people around you. Say, for instance, your friend got promoted. Instead of you to be happy for that, your friend, you're instead asking yourself, why not me? I wish I were the one. I'm better than this person. Why are you envious? So bear in mind that if you're envious of other people, you are stressing yourself up, you're draining yourself for nothing. Because stress can result from social comparison. You may be motivated by competition and comparison in a constructive and positive way. But if it is in a negative way, then you don't even love yourself because you'll be stressing yourself up. Because when you look at other people's lifestyle, maybe your friends or what's going on social media, most especially on Instagram, this will make you feel stressed, anxious, and ashamed, which will degrade you because it will make you feel like you are not good enough. So I'm going to advise you watching this video to stop comparing yourself with others. Love yourself. The things you can have, fine, but the things you cannot have, you can work hard to have them or pray to get them. You can work hard to have them, but do not beat yourself for not having those things. Because when you keep doing that, you'll be stressing yourself up. If you're stressing yourself up because of things like that, do you really think you love yourself? No, you don't love yourself. So if you learn to stop comparing with others, you will live a better life. So remember, embracing self love is a lifelong journey. It's about nourishing your life, body, and soul, and recognizing your inherent worthiness. By prioritizing self love, you empower yourself to lead a fulfilling, authentic life. So let's commit to practice self love every day and inspire others to do the same. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like more videos like this, give this video a thumbs up, comment down below, tell us the different ways you've been practicing self-love, and also do not forget to share this video. Thank you so much for watching this video and hope to see you in my next. Ciao. Ciao.
Satisfying you while I keep bleeding. I don't know why you act like you innocent. You wanna take a piece of my heart again. I'll get you up, 'cause I just don't know. Something in your eyes, the way you stare me that I like. I wanna let you go, but it's like something knows me.